world of dreams is vast. And as we study these nighttime journeys, in the hope of learning more about our own minds, we realize that none may be more fascinating or profound than those dreams of telepathy, of psychic knowledge, and even of the future.
The first precognitive dream that I was aware of was in 1985. I went to sleep and I had a dream about an earthquake. And I observed people with dark hair and dark skin running out of a building that was shaking. Next morning, as I was driving to work a few hours later, I heard on the radio that Mexico City had had a very bad earthquake. So I thought, oh my goodness, I dreamed of that last night, I think. Well, the next night I went to sleep and had a very similar dream, another earthquake. I thought I was just processing the first dream and the fear I had felt. But in effect, the next morning, as I was driving to work, once again turned on the radio and heard of a second aftershock in Mexico City that was just as large and as dangerous. So that has made me pay attention to my dreams very closely.
Many dreams I know about that people have received information that there was no way they could possibly know, but it comes through their dream imagery.
When I was younger, much younger, I was employed as a research chemist in a rocket engine firm, the very first liquid rocket engine company in the United States. And we were involved in a space race with Russia at the time, trying to put our satellites or our rockets out to outer space, wanting to get to the moon, that kind of thing. Very early days of space race. And because we had no knowledge of how to do this, we kept making more and more powerful fuels, but they were very dangerous and very unstable. One of them exploded in my lab one day, and right into my face and my body, and I was engulfed in flames immediately. And I knew what had happened to me. I didn't lose consciousness. And I tried to help myself first. And so I started screaming. And I felt I couldn't stand it any longer. I knew what was happening. I felt my consciousness leave my body, my soul, if you want to call it that. And I said, "Dear God, here I come, ready or not." And I heard a voice in the doorway as I felt myself being lifted up and out. And the voice belonged to a friend of mine at Butler, who was a colleague and a friend. And he rescued me from burning to death by pulling me out under a safety shower. And then he ran for the red phone and called for help. This particular scene was repeated several times before in dreams. And when it happened that day in waking reality, everything happened the very same way it had in his dream. He heard the explosion, he came running up, heard me screaming eventually, came running up to help me, and called my name, came into the laboratories, or looked into the laboratory, saw smoke and flames, and pulled me out, rescued me, ran for the red phone. But in waking reality, he didn't wake up. And he suddenly realized that it really happened. And so when I found out of it, I called him a hero, because nobody else would have done what he had done. But he always refuses that, because he felt that he was warned in his dreams how to act. So he acted just like he was replaying the dream again. And that led us, both of us, to be very much in awe.
The dream. These are things we can't explain rationally.
If you can go into it and discover a little bit more, it will give you guidance, it will give you some messages.